I'm Vic Myers. Welcome to the Resistance. Have you noticed how the Gestapo goons snatching people off the street are almost always white, with big Duck Dynasty beards sometimes? Hold on to that thought. Now let's talk about Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth. Do you remember when he was nominated? When he was pulled out of a drunken gutter at Fox News and handed the keys to the Pentagon? Do you remember the controversy over his tattoos? The claims that some of those tattoos were tied to white supremacy. Now, to be fair, some of those tattoos could just be unit pride or things he personally believes in that have nothing to do with white supremacy. You got to give a guy the benefit of the doubt, right? Unless, of course, the Secretary of Defense does something that completely removes all doubt. Now, what could that possibly be? Maybe making up an obscure rule to drive black service members out of the military. See, there's a condition called pseudofolliculitis barbae. It's razor bumps, it's painful, and it's not a choice. It affects black men at a much higher rate than it does anyone else. In fact, studies show that as many as 60% of black male service members struggle with it. And when I was in the Army, a lot of the black guys in my unit had a medical profile saying that they didn't have to shave close, because when they did, it caused painful skin problems. It was a medical reality. And now the Secretary of Defense is trying to weaponize that reality against them. He just issued a directive saying any service member with this condition can only get a shaving waiver for 1 year. After that, if they're not cured, they'll be administratively separated, kicked out of the military. And those profiles now have to be approved by commanders. Not dermatologists, not physicians. Commanders have the final say. That means medical science is now being second-guessed by line officers, and people who actually treat the condition, their opinion doesn't matter. We need to call this what it is. It's not about readiness. It's not about standards. It's racism. It's about purging black men from the military. It's about Nazi-like purification. Meanwhile, you see the Gestapo goons with their Duck Dynasty beards, and nobody says a word. They march around with impunity. White men with beards get a free pass, while black soldiers, they get punished for being black. That's not an accident. That's a plan. Thanks for listening. Good day.